Good evening, folks. Welcome to the Hustling Muscle Show. It's a beautiful Saturday evening. I know most of you must have Saturday night fever, but as committed, as promised, I said we're going to do desserts today. So I'm going to be joined by Erin. Erin from Rule the New Nutrition, and she is going to be taking us and explaining and rather showing us a few keto desserts, how they're prepared. So let's not waste time. Let me add Erin. And I see her and I send. This should be interesting. This should be fun. And I haven't. Hey, Erin. We can see your hand. I think you're adjusting your camera. Okay, there we see you. You're looking amazing today evening. Ready for the Saturday Night Live?
Excited. Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, we can hear you clearly. We can hear you well.
That's awesome. Okay, yeah, right when I was like accepting the join, my phone did something funky. Okay, we're good.
We're good? Okay, so what are we preparing? What's on the stuff today? Everybody wants to know that.
Well, let me tell you, my forte is like food prep and everything but desserts.
Oh.
That being said, I can make some very good desserts because there are a lot of easy ketogenic desserts, which is so I make these, and when guests come over and, they don't know they're ketogenic, they're just like, wow, these are so good. And I'm like, they're so easy. Yeah. And so anyway, but these things, I feel like my ears are too small for my earbuds. Okay. So let me tell you what I'm going to do. Super easy. I'm going to show you how to make a very simple lemon loaf cake.
Okay.
Yeah. And very easy, very versatile. And the other thing I'm going to show you is that I'm actually have it pre-made. Is just, I have a scone. In America, we see the E on the end of that and we say scone, but I think the British call it a scone.
Scone. So
that,
that's going to be debatable. Scone. So we will let the taste buds decide that.
Okay, we'll do that. So I have that, and then, I'm going to do something a little bit fun with that. All right. So are you ready?
Absolutely.
Thank you. Okay. Do we have enough light here? Because
you have enough
the sun
light. Your light is perfect.
Okay.
We can see you well.
Awesome. I think 10 minutes ago, the sun was a little brighter. Now I'm like, So, okay, let me get my bowl here. I have a bowl. And you can see my bowl
here. Yes, we can.
And so first, and I will share the recipes for these, and I'll just share them in the comments.
Absolutely. We'll put them in the comments. Yes.
Yes. And I'm so sorry, guys. These are ridiculous. All right. They're falling out of my ear. Okay. So we're going to start. We're going to start with butter. Okay. In keto baking and cooking, we use butter. We use coconut oil and even olive oil. And in fact, olive oil in a lemon cake is awesome.
Oh.
So, all right, here goes the butter, and the amounts you will be able to see, okay? Now, you might get a little, good desserts. I feel like all good desserts have butter in them. But, for someone who's ketogenic, we especially like the butter in it because our body is using the fats first, right? And it likes the fats, and it's going to gobble them right up. So I have butter here, and I have eggs. All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna have some eggs. Ooh, you're gonna see this go in.
So all the protein lovers, eggs are going in.
Oh yeah. In fact, this is very, very protein rich. It is nutrient dense. Okay. If you eat a piece of this, you're gonna be full. I'm just gonna mush this around a little bit, but my daughter's gonna do the rest behind the scenes in a minute.
No
problem. Okay. So then we have yogurt.
Yogurt.
Okay? This is this is a very high-fat yogurt that I can get here in Europe. You can also use heavy cream. You can use coconut cream, coconut milk. There are options. Of course, you can go dairy-free. But what's important is when you're choosing the milk products that you stick to on keto, that you stick to the high-fat ones. The lower-fat ones have more lactose. They're going to be higher in sugar. And of course, on keto, that's not what we want. We want low sugar. And of course, the fat isn't scaring us, so we go for the high fat. Now, this is lemon juice.
Okay. So how much lemon juice are we
Lemon
putting
juice.
in this?
That's actually 5 tablespoons.
5 tablespoons.
Yes, okay, it's good. It's good. And if you don't like such a strong lemon flavor, this is actually a British recipe from what I'll tell you. The blogger is Sugar-Free Londoner.
Okay.
And I like her recipes. She posts the recipes in measurements for like US customary units and then also the metric units.
Oh.
And she has amazing stuff. So I adapt her recipes to kind of what I like, or I'll just use them straight. So now we're going to go for, now this is an ingredient we use a lot in keto baking. This is almond flour. Okay. We're going to get 2 cups of almond flour in here. And this is very nutrient dense. It is very low in sugar. And it's pretty much used almost the same amount as you would regular flour. And the other flour, the other flour we're going to use is coconut flour. Now, coconut flour soaks up a lot of liquid. Okay, so there are recipes you can get just with coconut flour, just with almond flour. There are other seeds.
I come from a family of bakers. My sister, my mother, they all bake, and I have never heard of these, flours that you're using, coconut and stuff. I have to go back and check with them. Do they use all this or how? This is very exciting stuff.
Well, I have to tell you, if you're going to use, you have like coconut, you only need about 1/4 the amount as you would almond flour, things like that. So, you have to kind of know what you're doing a little bit, but the information is out there. Very nutrient dense. Again, this is something that you would find in also paleo baking, not just ketogenic baking.
Okay.
Or, other lower carb baking. Okay, we have got, on top of the lemon juice, we've got lemon zest, I've got baking powder, and a little bit of salt. So I have 1.5 tablespoons of lemon zest. The recipe actually, Sugar-Free Londoner, she has you put 2 tablespoons in, but that's a little bit much for me. So this is the other thing I want to talk about. This is actually xylitol. Okay. This is a sugar alcohol. Okay, so it's like a natural sugar. And you have, under the sugar alcohols, you have xylitol and erythritol, for example. And like I talked about, I think the last podcast, people with IBS don't want to use xylitol. I, in fact, have a little bit of a trouble with xylitol. My family loves it. It tastes like sugar. You use it the same way. There's no weird aftertaste. So I use erythritol in the stuff that I generally make. So here we go. Woo. Right? So, and it really, seriously, when I use, you can't tell that it's not sugar. If you wanted to use sugar, like coconut sugar, or, like paleo people would use coconut sugar, or just even regular sugar, you're still getting much less sugar in this particular cake. Yeah? Marie, I'm going to give this to you, my daughter, behind the scenes. Could you whip that up for us?
I think I'll need to catch the next flight to Switzerland.
Let me tell you, it's all online. It's all online. I mean, Google keto, whatever, or even paleo. Paleo is dairy free, by the way, because most paleo recipes can be eaten by ketoers as well. Just to watch this part a little bit. So I'm going to show you really quickly, very fast. Okay, so many people, when you do this cake, it's very important. If you're going to use a bundt pan or a bundt tin, you're going to butter it very well, and you're not going to take it out until it's all cool all the way. Okay. If you have a loaf pan, I don't know. Do you guys have a baking paper?
Yes, we do have. These are butter papers, right?
Yes. Like in the States, this caught on later than it was around in Europe. Yeah, I love these things.
I bought lots of this because my mother used to bake. So as a child, she used to send, I want this paper. So yes.
Yes. Okay. So let me tell you, there are people who are. Probably you showed me a cake of yours that your sister made, and it's so gorgeous. I could never make anything that gorgeous. And she maybe can do fancy things with baking paper. I know my husband's family, they make really nice looking cakes, and they cut it out, and it fits perfectly. And I'm like, I can't even do that.
I remember
so this is what I do. I'm gonna show you.
What my mother used to do is, when she wouldn't find the paper, you would get the paper in which the butter was wrapped. When you buy a cube of butter, she would use that paper. Nice. She would save those papers and she would use them for the cakes. So she would put 3-4 of them. So I remember she used to do that also. Yeah,
that's a good idea.
From a family of bakers, so yeah.
See, there you go. Baker hack. That's a hack. Okay, that's awesome. Okay, so this is what I do, and if your sister sees this, she can laugh. It's okay. But I just take this and I stick my hands in it just like that, and I get it down into the corners, and I don't worry about wrinkles. All right, I don't worry about wrinkles, and then I just kind of press it. I don't know if you can see me kind of pressing it there, and then I smoosh it against the side, so the wrinkles all get smooshed against the side. Voila. That's all there is to it, okay? And if you like to do it fancier, be my guest and post yourself doing it, and you can show me how to maybe learn how to do it better. Anyway, so next thing. This is a keto scone.
Okay.
It is made, this particular recipe, same blogger. I went with the same lady. It's just a regular British scone. I made it a little bit bigger and just a tiny bit flatter because I'm going to turn it into something we in the States, we call it shortbread.
Okay.
Not shortbread, shortcake. So we'll make it with strawberries traditionally, but I'm doing this with raspberries.
Okay.
Because I have some keto raspberry jam that I had in the fridge. So that's what we're doing. So anyway, real good stuff. I have to tell you, sadly, I was not able to. All right. Plus, it's really good this way. I like clotted cream. Clotted cream is absolutely works on a ketogenic diet, low carb, high fat, as long as you're, But I was unable to get it. There are logistics problems. There have been for a while between Britain and the European Union as this whole they leave and stuff like that. So I went to the store yesterday and I was like, oh, where's my clotted cream? We're sorry, no clotted cream.
Okay.
So I was kind of desperate, and what I did was this tastes a lot like clotted cream, guys. It's like a food hack. But if you try it and think that it doesn't, I'm sorry. I mean, but to me it does. So this is half softened butter, and it's half plain full fat cream cheese.
Oh,
that's all. Equal amounts. And then I whipped it up, and then I just I had a little tiny bit of powdered erythritol, which I put in there. And I also put in just a little tiny bit of vanilla. So a lot of
so flavors going into this. That's nice.
Yes. Merci, Shakti. It's good? Okay, so now, it's a bit thick, but hey, I like it thick. All right, so I don't know if you can see this. I'm going to take it. Now, these are delicate. These scones are, because they're made with almond flour, they're a bit more delicate. Let's put, okay, there's a bit much going on here, but okay.
More the merrier.
All right, so, right? And then I'm going to go ahead and I actually use my small spoon, or that's okay, I'll use a big spoon. And I'm going to get this jam. My son loves this jam. He does not eat keto, but he does do more like a paleo style.
But
he has trouble with
I wonder if anybody can even make the difference between regular and this. This looks delicious. I've just finished my workout. I had a heavy chest workout along with a small 4.5K run. I am like, oh God, now I'm hungry.
Well, and the nice thing is, it's just nuts. Okay.
Could you bring it closer to the camera so we guys could see it?
Yeah.
Oh.
So, I'm pulling off the top a little bit.
A little on top. Oh, whoa. That looks amazing.
So it's just nuts. So, and then I have, in Switzerland, they sell whipping cream without sugar. No sugar, just the whipping cream. So I'm going to do something fun. Another thing that is like for people like me who have no skill, the whipping cream comes out and it looks fancy.
Well, I think you have amazing skills there. That's delicious.
And then, I can just throw a couple raspberries on top. And then we just do this with a little pork, right? And that's a dessert. And this is actually after a meal, quite a bit much for a keto person because it's very dense. Again, it's very nutrient dense. So I think we're almost ready. Let me just show you. I do have a piece of this cake here already made.
Oh.
Okay, so it's what is known as a pound cake in the US, which is in the South. It's a traditional dessert. Although this recipe did come off that Londoner website, Sugar-Free Londoner, and it's very dense. It's a dense cake. It's very buttery, very rich. And then I don't know. I know I have, oh, look, I have some more of this clotted cream stuff. If I take like a nice big glob, I can do that.
Ooh.
And then, or I don't have to, but you can just eat it as is, or you can, do something fun with it.
I think I would
right?
have to order, something to eat today on, something sweet. Looking at these delicious things being prepared, I'm like, wow, I need something sweet today. This is the season where we get red carrots, in our place, abundantly. It's seasonal over here. So we have something
Oh,
called,
yeah?
I don't know what exactly would you call a halwa in English. I really don't know that. But it's, we make a pudding out of carrot. I won't call it a pudding. It's a thick pudding.
Ooh, I think I've seen that.
We call it,
Yes.
carrot halwa or gajar ka halwa, as we put some
Yeah.
dry fruits in it. We put some milk cake on top for flavoring. I used to, as a kid, add a lot of milk made on top of it. So,
Okay, milkmaid. Okay, you know what? And if I were trying to make that, so I would have to come up with something subbing for the carrot because too much carrots are higher in carbs and we eat them on keto, but not too many. But if I were doing like just a lower carb, I would take that and I would sub out the sugar with a natural kind of a sugar. And you can even make the milkmaid type stuff. You can actually do that yourself with like on the stove. It's super easy with these, alternative sugars. And, I like to go for the natural ones. I know there are artificial ones, but yeah, it's possible. And then you lower the sugar content by a lot.
So
and then you're not having the sugar.
So I think there are many more desserts. I think Erin is going to teach us. She's just given us a few, and there are going to be many more recipes. I think Erin in the future is going to share. I'm going to see that she does a session with us at least once in 2 weeks on cooking, because we all want to learn keto cooking, especially desserts.
Okay.
All our sweet tooth are like,
Especially dessert. Do you know what? Then if we do more desserts and I do anything fancy, I'm going to have to get my sister-in-law here. She does a very good job. They look much nicer.
oh, we'll be more than happy. We'll be more than happy.
Speak some English, but
that's okay. You can translate.
So I know, right? My mother-in-law can do it too, but she doesn't speak any English. Okay, let me show you the consistency just really quickly. Now, the recipe itself has and I have it in the recipe, you separate the eggs and the egg white and you beat, that, okay? And then it gets even fluffier. Let me tell you guys, do I always have the time or the interest to do that? No, and you don't have to. So this is quite, if you can see, the consistency is thick. Yes, but as I touch it, it's very filled with air. It's like, you might not be able to see that. And then I just spoon it. I won't make you sit here and watch while I spoon it in, but I just spoon it in. And then when you're done spooning it in, you kind of flatten it out a bit. So depending on your oven, maybe a little more than halfway through, cover the top just gently with aluminum foil.
Okay.
So
that's how these delicious, desserts are made.
I'm telling you, really, you can't really tell the difference from looking at them. Really, I haven't seen a dessert, except maybe this carrot pudding. I haven't seen a dessert yet that can't be ketofied, or, subbing out ingredients. Like, for example, we in America, we love desserts with apples. And so there's an amazing keto hack. If you take zucchini and you take out the seeds, it tastes just like apples when it's sweetened with cinnamon. So I've made applesauce. I've made what we call apple butter, which is applesauce cooked down even more. I've used it in like cakes and things like that. And I've served it to people and I haven't told them it wasn't apple and they thought it was apple.
Oh.
Things like that. Little special little things that you pick up. And really, just keto, just look up online. You'll see much better things than what you saw here.
I don't know, but I think what you've given is very good. But somehow I think Indian sweets will be, because our variety of Indian sweets is, not ending. Because since we are, such a diversified this thing, it is, you have so many things. Top of my mind, I can say Kheer Kadam, I can say Gulab Jamuns. So I don't know how much of keto will go into all that. But yeah.
I have there's this lady on Instagram. Oh man, I'm gonna share her. Yeah, I'm gonna because she's a lawyer and she's in India, and I follow her, and I think she cooks keto, and I don't know if she has spare time. I don't know how much spare time she has because the stuff she makes looks like it's from a Michelin restaurant. I
Huh?
mean, it's so good, and so I know it's out there. I know this stuff is out there. But part of it is learning how to make the substitutions. It's just a sort of a substitution issue, you know? And then the other part is, just kind of experimenting with that. But thankfully, there are a lot of other people who experiment with, and all I have to do is Google it.
Huh? But still, since you're giving us all this, and today you showed us two amazing desserts, it's, I must say, and we must compliment your assistant chef also. She's helped us through this entire process. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
She deserves the credit. Okay, thanks to her and thanks to you. So, before we end, what would you like to share? What would you like to say to the people out there? Something as a waving note on the desserts.
I'd like to say that what is very, very exciting when you're eating, whether it's a ketogenic diet, of course, which I think is fabulous for me, but also other types of, ways of nutritious eating. There are plenty of ways to make your desserts without having to have all that added sugar and, refined flours and things like that. And so what's exciting is you can enjoy these things and not feel
Guilty.
guilty about it.
No guilt trips.
Yes.
That's what's required in life.
No guilt trip.
So guys, today you have seen Erin from Rule the Day Nutrition, and she has shown you some amazing. If I'm pronouncing the things right, one is a tea scone, correct? It's scone or correct?
I think the British say scone. I read it that they say scone, but whatever. We call it scone in America.
Tea scone, or however they would like to produce it. It's orange and oranges. It's like that.
Yeah.
Tomato and tomatoes, a better example. And the other was the keto lemon pound cake. So these were the two desserts we have shown. We're going to be sharing the recipes. We're going to be putting in the comment section. Erin would do that. And I'm going to try these and I'm going to tell Erin how this is. I'm already on for it. Hopefully I'm able to get all the ingredients that you get there in Switzerland over here. Kind of a task, but still I'm going to try. But yes, this has been an amazing trip. This has been an amazing, it's been a virtual, travel for me into the desert land of Switzerland in the world of keto. Thanks to Erin. So I'm going to sign off with that, guys. I think all I can say is enjoy your sweets guilt-free is what my message is going to be with you. Be for everybody today. So guys, this has been Erin and this is Hustling Muscles. Before I sign off, all I'll say is if you've liked the video, like it, share it with your friends, share it with your friends who are into keto, share it with your friends who are interested in keto desserts, and do comment if you want us to show any more recipes, whether you want us to show else things. I don't know what else we can make. I'm going to talk to Erin and see what other things we can showcase for you guys, and maybe do once in a while, do a cooking session like this. So do let us know.
For sure. And if you have Indian stuff that, you say, oh, how can you turn this in? Send me a picture and I'll try and figure it out. Or if I can't figure it out.
Somebody is viewing us. I'm not going to mention that person, but I am trying to convince her to give us some nice diet recipes and do a similar thing on Indian food. So hopefully she's going to do this with us.
Yeah.
There, you've got a thumbs up. Okay. So, guys, that's it for today. So this is Erin and Hustling Muscles, signing out of the Hustling Muscles show. Thank you so much, Erin. Thank you so much. It was amazing being with you. Okay. Take care. And again, thanks to your daughter for helping us out. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Okay. Take care. Have a great evening ahead.
Bye.
Bye.
You too. Oh.